Hello everyone, welcome for the new Embers Adrift weekly community show. Thank you so very much for joining us on Twitch TV, for watching the show live and on YouTube. Do not hesitate to give a like or to let us know in the comments below what are the subject and the question you are the most interested by for a next episode. So hi guys, welcome today for this new Embers Adrift show. This is going to be a smaller show because I do not have a lot of news to share with you. We have been working on a new introduction to the game, a new leveling progression with a new crafting system. We are gathering the feedback from our players. So far it's quite positive, but we have more feedback to gather, more return to have before we can really speak about this new crafting progression and this new first feel when you just enter into the game. We are still currently working on different things. Quest and dungeon are being worked on, so that's the type of new content you can expect for in the future. So we will see about that. But right now, this week, we do have some patch notes to read and a topic to discuss, which will be the combats. And that is because I received some question on social media, and I would like to address those questions directly in this episode so we can speak about that. As always, you can read the patch notes directly on the forum if you want to have all the details about it, because I'm not reading everything, or you can watch Alice Blue video. She's providing for you every week the reading of the patch note. That being said, she's going to be in holiday, so beside the video this week there will be no video for 1 or 2 weeks after that. But otherwise you can check up on our channel. She has all of the patch notes that are being read for you, as well as some other content, and she's really creating new content for Embers Adrift, so you can expect new kind of video on her channel very soon once she come back from holidays. Everyone needs some holidays sometimes, right? And now let's read that. So, what is new? This week brings a number of bugs fixed, a few QOL additions, and some NPC swimming improvements. The biggest focus this week is troubleshooting the Skybox to figure out why it stops progressing time after a while. We have added a number of buttons to the video option which allow you to reset specific components of the Skybox, which greatly aid us in resolving the problem permanently. Please see below the break for a deeper explanation of what we need here. Thanks. So, what's happening with the new Skybox? You remember that we recently changed from Unity 2019 to Unity in 2021, and that allows us to have a brand new Skybox. Unfortunately, there's a little problem with this Skybox. It's that at some point, for some people, in some circumstance, but we don't really know why and when and how, the time is not changing. So let's imagine it's the night. You probably have seen that on my streams already. It's the night and you're staying in the night. For everyone else, the sun has been rising, the beautiful sky has been enlightened, and then the day is starting. But no, for me, it's still the night, or vice versa. It can be the same thing with the day. It's still the day and the sun is still high in the sky, while for everyone else the day has been sunsetting and the night has started. So there's some people that face this type of bug, and the Skybox is not updating, so you're stuck during the night or during the day for a longer period of time, and then suddenly, puff, it's going to be changing in one shot. So it's kind of unpleasant. You're not enjoying the beautiful transition that is really great, and you're stuck into a wrong time of the day according to the rest of your group, for example. So we are trying to figure out what's happening, and it's a very difficult bug to solve. Undone, our tech director, is directly working with the creator of the Skybox, which is a Unity a developer, or maybe not a Unity developer from the Unity industry or the Unity company, but whatever. The guy, the author of this Skybox, is working together with Undone to pinpoint where the bug is lying. So we need your help for that. So to all tester, I will be talking to you about a set of instruction later on. You can help us figure out why, how, and when this bug happened. Thank you. In any case, I will read to you all of the instruction related to the Skybox later on, and I will show you in game as well. Alright, so we have different little change that are pretty nice. For example, trade profession now utilize a title rather than a skill. So now you're not foresting and hunting, but you're a forester, a hunter, or a prospector, as it should, which make it on par with the outfitter, weaponsmith, and provisioner, right? Because before it was not the same. It was, you had a little incoherence over there. So that's really nice. A very important aspect too. We added a merchant to North New Haven in the tunnel that sell higher level recipe. This merchant is a bit of a mess, a lot of item right now, and will be better organized in the future. So you can purchase your crafting recipe on that merchant. In future, you will have some crafting recipe that you will find by doing some quests. Maybe you will have some crafting recipe that you will find on a boss or something. It's only the beginning, but for now you need to realize that as a crafter, you will have to find the recipe outside. You are not learning them and unlocking them by yourself like we were doing before. So that's a change that has been done, and Adric have been speaking a lot about that to give more the feeling of progression. So you don't have this very vague, very weird feeling that we had previously, where you're just learning everything by yourself. And you don't know that it has been updated. You don't know that with your sword recipe, you can build a copper sword, and then a tin sword, and then a bronze sword, and then whatever. Now, every material will require you to have a recipe. And from that point, we can imagine new things. So it's a starting point. So it is a little bit more a classical way of doing things. So we are not reinventing the wheel, but we're doing this so the feeling of progression and of clarity, you know what you need, you know what you can do. All right. We still have some flexibility in the sense where, let's say, a copper sword recipe will still allow you to use different type of copper. So you will have the beginner level copper, but after that you have strong copper or infused copper or whatever we can find in the later zone. Can we trade recipe, or if you make a drop, will they be only that? I don't know, because for now there's no drop. I'm saying that it can be a possibility for future, but I have no idea. I cannot answer you that question because it has not been designed yet. At the moment, I think we're just making the basic recipe for crafting, and but you could imagine that you will have a craftable set that could drop on a boss. Will that crafting recipe be tradable then? I'm not sure, I don't know, probably, because for now that's the route we are taking for equipment. So you can trade a sword, why would you not be able to trade a sword recipe, right? So it's a possibility, but all of that has not been done yet. You need to realize that crafting has been revamped 3-4 times, I think. And it is not at all the first idea we had for crafting. So we've really seen by making the player test the game that our first IDs were not working really well, and they were not producing the behaviors and the experience we were hoping for. So we had to redo all of that, and it has been done several times. So we will see how it goes. There will be also crafting specialization, but then again, I've not seen about it, so I'm like you, awaiting to see them in action and to see what will be gone. So that's being currently worked on, but I do not know the details, okay? So I'm not aware of that. I cannot answer you yet. So we will have to see. All right. So what else is really important? Very important. Screenshot work again. Very important. So that was a little bug last test. Adding proper discoveries to Central Vein. Central Vein being our first dungeon. There was a bug in Central Vein that was very annoying. That you could respawn in one or the two Ember ring, but a little bit randomly. So sometimes a group could be separated. So let's imagine your group is right in the middle of the dungeon, and everyone is losing. Everyone is fainting. Everyone need to respawn. I had a moment of hesitation because we used to say everyone is dead, but no, we have no dead in the game, blah, 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 blah. So everyone is fainting and everyone need to respawn. And then you will have one part of the group respawning to one Ember ring, and then the other part of the group respawning to the other Ember ring. Right in opposition, one at the west entrance and one at the east entrance, meaning that the group were completely separated, which was extremely annoying because imagine you're alone to your Ember ring, or you're two to your Ember ring. It will be very, very difficult to get back to your group. Let's imagine it's two key role. The rest of the group will not be able to do much about it either. So everyone need to get out, regroup outside, etc. No, that was very annoying. And it was just a bug. So here it is. For whatever reason, the discovery data for those Ember rings was lost, so you never actually discovered them, which means that upon giving up the server, just send you back to the default ring, which is the fallback if you have not yet discovered a ring. So, there it is. That's been changed. Two very nice little addition that have been added this week as well. Adding an environment audio slider that control ambient audio such as wind, birds, etc. independently of effect. That has been a request of mine, and I'm so happy that it's in the game. So instead of having one track for all of the animal noise, the abilities that your character is doing, and the background ambience soundtrack, now both are separate. So you can really reduce the animal yells and cries and everything, and your sword swings to the minimum, and keep the beautiful atmospheric ambient soundtrack with the birds chirping and the wind and all the cool stuff to have a very relaxing experience. So that is something that was very problematic for me. As some of you may know, I'm creating ASMR gaming videos sometimes, and for that I really need to have the ambience track to be pushed up at the maximum so you can really enjoy it, while having the very noisy stuff, aka the animals noise and abilities, at the minimum so we're not disturbed by it. So I'm really happy that has been taken place, and I think a lot of people are going to enjoy that. It's more option anyway and more control for you, the player, so it's always better. The ambient environmental audio track have been added back to all zone, so bird chirping, cricket, water drips in the cave, etc. So let's enjoy that. Yeah, more water sounds. For me, it's very important in game. It's really part of the atmosphere of a game, and it truly adds to the immersion. and for me to the enjoyment of the game. Sometimes I remove the music and I just let the ambience, and it's very calming, it's very peaceful. And in a game like Embers Adrift, where immersion is very important, the background and the ambient soundtrack is really important. And so the fact that you can control the ambient soundtrack and push it up or lower how you want, and it's independent from the other sound effects, which are in general louder, I think it's really good. Frank is saying, yes, I'm just at war with crow ravens. Oh, you don't like the crows and the raven sound? Yes, I'm wondering, they are probably in the ambient track too. And unless it's animals that you're fighting, it will be in the ambient track. So that you will not have, well, you will have to decrease with everyone else. But you can give your feedback that the crow are too loud. If you think the crows specifically are too loud, that's something that can be edited in the ambient soundtrack probably. Alright, a lot of fix in the environment and art, as well as the interface. There was some interface issues, the chat. Very interesting. Now /S is a shortcut for say. Oh, thanks. Oh, that's great. Adding a new chat command, combat, seed, torch, online, AFK, D&D, anon, and quit. So you can do / for those guys. New stuff! Exciting time! NPC swimming tech. Alright, I'm not going to read you all of the very technical details of the swimming tech. If you want to know the technical detail, I suggest you to read the thread. But basically, now our NPC creators and humanoid are swimming. So for the humanoid, whoever, the swim will can be a little bit clunky depending of their size, because that's not been adapted yet. The new system is allowing to have more precision related to the mob that are going to swim and their distance related to their size, but it needs to be done mob by mob, creature by creature, or creatures species or sort of creature individually. But for the humanoids, they have different size. You have small humans, you have tall humans, so that can be working a little bit weirdly, so do not be worried about that. All of that tech is a work in progress, but for now, when you have animals following you in the water, remember now the animals are following you in the water. If you're going there will be swimming, and they have a nice little swimming animation. All right, so that's one of the change, which is really nice for the immersion as well. Something very useful, you will really like that, equipped tooltip comparison. So when you have 2 items, they will compare automatically. So when you loot something new, if you have the same type of item equipped in that slot, it will do the comparison automatically, allowing you to be able to check it out and see for yourself. So that's something that was very wished by the community, and now it's in game. So let's check it out during this weekend, see if it worked correctly, or if you want some extra addition about it. For now, it's only for item that you have equipped and not item you have not equipped. So we will see how we can expand the system in future. Alright, and then we arrive to the Skybox debugging option. So you have here all of the explanation. I'm going to read them because it's quite important, but then I'm going to show you directly in-game how it works. Since moving the new Skybox, some have found that it occasionally gets stuck and stop progression time, like I explained earlier. Thanks to the community, we found that changing the quality essentially reset the Skybox. I've been in discussion with the author to track down this problem and once again need your help. I have added 7 buttons to the video option which reset different components of the Skybox. What we need from you is to keep a close eye on /time and keep track on how long it takes for the Skybox to stop progressing time. Now, once that happens, we need to figure out which button fixes it. When the Skybox stops responding, open your video option and press the first button and see if anything fixes itself. If not, move on to the next button and jot down the results. We are basically trying to figure out the culprit by process of elimination. If you find that one of those boxes fixes it, or maybe a combination of those boxes fixes it, let us know which. Don't worry so much what each of those buttons does, just send along which one does the trick. Malik is saying, item linking in chat will be awesome. And Rev is saying that too. Well, I think that's going to be the next step of the item comparison. But, you know, for now we already have the things started to be put in place. So all of that is going to be, you know, worked out after that. For today's topic, I want to speak about the combat in Embers Adrift. Obviously, it would be nicer if we were speaking about the combat while playing the game. So I'm going to open my game. Alright. And today I wanted to create a new character and create a defender. Because I've not done that yet. So I've not done a defender. Well, yes, I've done a defender before, but not this time. So we're going to make a teeny defender. We're going to make her a little solid like that. Let's make it very dark this time. And then I am going to have, yeah, with white hair. That's going to be super cool. But we will have it shaved. And then with a white ponytail like that. Isn't that cool? Alright. She needs to have freckles, because freckles are the best. Do we want all the freckles on the face? Like that? A freckle face? Yes. Or we can make purple eye. What do you think of my character? She's cool, no? Elloa with the H at the end. There. Clothes. Will she have white shirts, purple shirts, blue shirts? She will have a blue shirt like that. There we go. Here she is. Alright. So we're going to choose a portrait as well. So let's see if we can have like dark skin and white hair. I don't think so. I don't think we have any of that. Which will be quite successful because a lot of people like D&D, therefore there's a lot of people that like draws. That's like a little draw. A small one. Ah yes, that was the point, Smartbone. The orange character, I tried to make a character like me. So, I'm going to speak to you about the combat, but I wanted to show you also the video option. Okay, so the video option here, the Skybox reset, that's exactly what we need you to try out. To see what is the part that is being problematic. What's the time now? Let me check. So right now it's 6 p.m. So we're at the start of the day, right? Yeah. It's very dark for 6 p.m. but that's possible. We're also January, yes, okay. Yeah, makes sense where it's the winter, so the night is longer. For this character, we're going to be a prospector because that's the only job I have not taken. And then I'm going to speak to you about the combat, because I received some question about the combat. So, I really wish it would be the day to discuss about the combat. Unfortunately, it's the night. We will not have a guard. Alright. So here we have some light at least. So we're going to fight this forest quillback. So the combat is aimed to be top targets in strategic. You have some positioning to have related to your targets. So here I'm in the front position. As I'm in the front position, I do have some bonuses. As I'm a defender, therefore a tank, when I'm in the front position, I have +5 threat, which is good. Your weapon also have some bonuses. For example, when I'm in the front position, I have +15 hit. If I'm on the side, I have 10 pen, and if I'm on the back, I have +3 damage. Meaning that if you are off tank, well, you can do some stuff too. When you're soloing, of course, you're always in the front of your target. That makes sense. You cannot do it differently. Oh, you're not defending the door? Ah, yes, you are. I was thinking. So we're trying to find a good balance to make the combat feeling compelling, but still being a slow-paced type of combat. Why is that? The first things that we really want in our game is to encourage group play and players to strategize together, to decide who is doing what with their role and their character. So every class, every role will combine nicely together, so everyone brings some specific tool to the table, and you don't have one person that can do everything. Not everyone will be good at everything, therefore you need other people to be good at defeating some challenges. The reason why it's slow-paced is also to... Well, for now it looks very slow-paced because I'm level 1, so it makes sense. And we already have speeded up from the few weeks ago with a new ability which is Strike, which is used only when you start up. Well, you can keep it on, but it will not scale up. So after level 10, it's probably not going to be very interesting and you might want to replace it. But at least from those early goals, it allows you to fight a lot faster and to defeat the monster a little bit more easily, and also to have more the feeling that you are active. When you had only one ability, it could feel a little bit slow sometimes. But that one strike ability is really making the pace a little bit nicer, faster at the beginning without betraying our ID and making everyone speed up super fast leveling, which is not the goal in this game. In this game we want the player to take their time, to be chill and relax, to set up groups with other players, to require to collaborate with other players, to really enjoy the game and be good at the game. So you can play solo, you can do all of the content, well, not all of the content of the game, but you can level up entirely by soloing, but the game is aimed for you to play with other players, to be really encouraged to team up with other people that will bring different tools to the table. And that's why all our role and our classes are different. They have different flavor and they are balanced in such a way that you will need other people and that you will be happy to have this class in your group, because that person is going to bring certain tool that you do not have yourself. So why top target and not action combats? Well, that's a choice. It's a design choice. We wanted to have this kind of old school feel, where you need to place yourself, you need to strategize with your friends. You see, okay, we're going to pull this mob carefully. Now we are going to disable that one. Okay, I'm blocking this one. Please, you off-tank that one mobs, etc. And that worked better with a top target system rather than an action fast-paced type of combat. Action combat is also very often requiring you to have good dexterity in your physical fingers and to have big reflex, you know, to be agile in real life. And we don't want you to be agile in real life. We want you to think about the game you're playing. This is inspired from Dungeon and Dragon. It's your statistic, it's your build, it's the ability you're choosing that will make the difference. It's not the speed at which you execute those spells, to some extent, of course. You still need to be a little bit aware of what you're doing, but it doesn't require you to be a really, really fast-paced player, you know, and to have very dexterous finger to be able to fight in our game. All right, Rev is asking some question. Let me answer you. Think at level 6 I was starting to wonder if it was better than just auto-attacking. By 10 I doubt it will be on anyone's skill bar. Having it for the first 6-10 level help a lot to speed up the starting level. Yes, that's exactly what this strike ability is aimed to, and related to the feedback we received so far, people are really enthusiastic about it. And you can see the pace of leveling has really, you know, been speeding up a little bit for the first level, which is good. We didn't want everyone to be level 1 forever. So it feels a little bit better. It's a little bit more satisfying to level up the first level, which was a little bit tedious before that, especially for the defender role, which is why I'm playing that right now. So we can really see the difference. I have no problem fighting mobs. I do not need a striker friend with me right now. Hello, Curious. Hi. Yeah, it does really speed up the leveling process without speeding up too much either, because we still want you to have the time to discover the start of the game and to figure out yourself how it plays out and have an experience of it. We don't want you to bypass South New Haven unless you have played it before, you know it very well. But we want still people to enjoy that zone. South New Haven, we're putting a lot of care into it. It's for people to enjoy it, right? So we don't want you to level too fast either. But to reach, you know, level 2 in 20 to 30 minutes, that's a good pace. If you play very well, you can even level up to 6 in 2 hours, which is kind of good. Smartbone is asking, what is your favorite character class in this game? At the moment, it's duelists. So guys, I'm going to rest at the fire because you see I've lost quite some life. So I'm going at the fire, at the ember ring. Sorry, it's not a fire. What am I saying? Well, it's an ember ring put on fire, basically. So both terms are good, I guess. Alright, so when I am at the ember ring, I'm regenerating faster. So my favorite class originally was Brigand. I really enjoyed to be a striker and to be able to stun my target and to be part of this strategy in the group. So I will be the one responsible to stun certain adds. If we have too many mobs on us, I will be the one stunning an ad and keeping that ad stun and that kind of things. It felt really valuable in a group to be a brigand. So I really enjoy that. Now you know, guys, that I'm a healer at heart. That's usually what I'm doing. I'm always being a healer. So I have discovered that the duelist is super fun. The duelist is super fun for a supporter because it does have some group heal and some face-based heal that you can almost spam. And I really like that aspect. And in between the other supporter, one which is the warlord, we does have regenerative aura, which work more like a bard, or the sentinel, which is like a paladin. It's more like your supported tank. So it's a supported defender. Therefore, it has a lot of abilities to be able to sustain some damage and to have some protection for itself. And I prefer the duelist. The duelist is also doing quite some damage, so for soloing it's really nice. It's a very comfortable class. You have the heal for healing yourself, and you have the damage to continue to level up. So I think it's probably one of the most efficient class for leveling up solo. And it's very useful in a group as well. And then when you are high level, you need to be level 20, you do have an instant group heal, which is extremely useful. You can use it to heal a little bit. It's not a very powerful heal, but it heals a lot of people in your direct surrounding. But it can also be used for resurrecting people if they have fainted in combat. Then you can put everyone on their feet in one instant. So very, very, very useful. Malik is saying, if support could equip a shield, I will do a Sentinel Paladin build. I guess that you're a knight then. Because the knight is the defender supporter, so it does have a little bit of heal. It's kind of the contrary of the sentinel, but they are basically doing something similar, even if not exactly the same, obviously. But yeah. So basically the knight is the protection tank and the sentinel is the holy tank. The holy paladin. No, yes, sorry, I'm repeating that. So basically the knight is the protection paladin and sentinel is the holy paladin in World of Warcraft. Yes, Stargold. Oh, nice. A vicious ember scale. Okay. So you can see that right now I am fighting and at the same time I'm chit-chatting with the stream. Because the combat is not too demanding for me. I do not need to be too attentive and too concentrated. I don't have to avoid plenty of conic attack and this thing. And the roll dodge and parry and block. I just have my target and I can attack it. And it's nice and slow. And I can, during that time, chit-chat with my stream, which is really nice as a streamer. But now let's imagine I'm not streaming and I'm playing with a group. It leaves me the time to type a message in the chat, which is nice. Our game is made for you to have an adventure and having friends, therefore to have a slower paced combat with a little bit more slow moments or a little bit more downtime. Allow really enough for better socialization. It gives you the time to chat with your group. It also gives you the time to take a break and to make yourself a cup of coffee while the rest of your group is still continuing on. So while we have sacrificed a bit of face-based action within the game, this gives more space for other things to happen, and it's those other things that we want to happen. The time to chit-chat with people, to answer a player question, to be attentive to the landscape or to the story. You know, we have created this game to make it to be an immersive, adventurous challenging experience to share with friends, to recreate this bonding between players, and to be the occasion for players to become friends. And for that, you need to not keep the players too busy with a very fast-paced action that require all of their focus. So, hello Ranos, hi, how are you doing? So Malik is saying, I did the Juggernaut the last testing. It was fun too. Yeah, a lot of people really like the Juggernaut. Yeah, Curious was saying that as well. Juggernaut is the DPS tank. And also the tank that has a AoE tones, which I think can be really good. Then you can become the ad tank, basically. Okay, there's some ads up. I'm massively taunting while the main tank is focusing on the hard target, like the 3 chef. I'm grabbing the 1 chef guys, and so you know, I'm doing some cleaves, etc. It can be very nice combined with a berserker that have specialized into AoE spell. So you imagine the Juggernaut together with the berserker, and then you have your destroy machine for all the ads. Perfect for killing rats and ants. Stargirl is saying, this sounds so nice. Sometimes group play in MMORPG can be stressful, so it's nice they are trying to make it more relaxing in this game. Yes, and it's relaxing, but it's still challenging. You will still need to be careful. By the way, I had to put my window here, and I don't think it's very nice. So I will bring it back here so you can read the combat text. So usually I try to have my interface as small as possible and to be kind of hidden. But here in the game and for testing and for sharing with everyone, I think that it's nice if you can see my combats. Damn, I've not been smart here. If I was a smart person, I would have started attack the young buck first, because the buck is always defending the doe. So if you are attacking a doe at proximity of a buck, you're going to have the buck on your face as well, and you may not want that. So we're going with this group. Well, we have one which is level 9. That's a little bit too high, but whatever. And we have a 2 and a 5, and I'm a 3 myself. And we are going to Smuggler Hill, which is a nice place to level up and to farm smugglers that do drop some armor and stuff like that. We're a group of 4, which is absolutely good for doing that type of content. So Ravenstorm is a little bit low as it's level 2 only, but that's going to be okay. In any case, it's a little group adventure, very classic leveling adventure that you do when you start up the game in South New Haven, and for which you will ideally have at least 1 defender, 1 supporter, and 1 striker. Today I will be the striker of that group, which means that I will probably be the one pulling. While Zircon is going to heal us. Well, there we go. I can already start. There we are. And I have a longbow, so... There it is. Now I am going to take advantage of my position. So here I'm doing +3 damage if I'm in the back, and I'm doing +10 penetration. So 10 penetration on the side, so that will be great if there's an armored target, then you will want to have more penetration. Right. Okay. I want to keep the targets are going down quite easily, but it's only one chevron creature. For a group, you will want 2 chevron creature. They will be a little bit further. We're going here, there. I don't want this onion. I'm going to use a fading strike, so the tank can grab the aggro more easily. There we go. I'm going to pull more. So puller is a nice roll. It's also a range. The range are a little bit annoying. There we go. Because the range, they stay at range. Right? So I'm going to clear up everything so we don't have bad surprise. Right. Fading strike. It's bizarre. Okay, I'm pulling this one. Target is too far. Of course not, you're not too far. Right. Fading strike. Of course it's going on the healer then. Okay. It's going to be a Cersei a lot that's going to get the aggro most of the time, because Ravenstorm do not really have the capability of well, basically the spell of Cersei a lot is going to be stronger than Ravenstorm right now, because just the question of the level. Arrow that I need the arrows. Alright, so I'm going to grab another creature. I will not do the... Oh, well, maybe I can have this one. There we go. Alright. Bringing back to the group. Swapping weapon. Oh, we have to. That was not what we wanted. But that one is a defender, so I want to be in position. So I am going to have more penetration to my hits. Oh, I'm going to have another one. Right. Here. Okay, that's great. So I have another, just level up. So I have another one like this. Right. Reflecting and respawn in here. So it's a defender, so it takes more time to get through it. The other one is also a defender, and you recognize which NPCs has which role. Oh god, they're respawning on our face. Okay, that's what's going on. So we have 2 defenders, so that should be doable. So you can recognize which NPCs is doing what role with the weapon they have. For example, that one was a striker, because he has 2 dagger, while this one is a defender because it has a big hammer. Right, so there we go. We have all of the Small guy respawn. So here, that's a healer. Supporter. See, he's dying pretty fast in comparison to the other guy. Right, should be good now. Now we have one respawn here. Oh god, they are growing from afar. But they're also dying very fast. So that's good. Resting a bit. So this is good. I have now level 4 defender, level 4 striker, and a level 9 supporter. Yeah, I don't think I'm 10 yet. Not really pay attention. If I was... And in your favor. Oh, Misha? Misha is there? Oh, we need to do it. Nice. We have a boss. Yeah, well, I hope that everything will get sorted out for you. And try to not fret too much. You must be really pissed off for something like that. They delayed the plane and your holidays got screwed. So really hope that everything is fine. You were going to Bangkok by yourself, or you had a friend going with you or something? Or were you supposed to meet friend over there? Look at this beautiful... Oh, I should do that. Should do this. Oh, nice. I was still recording. I didn't realize I was still recording. Oh my god, for how long I did record. Well, never mind. That's awesome. So, yes. That's Misha. It's a kind of world boss which randomly appear. It requires a full group, like really, because it can hurt. As you can see, so I'm going to take a portion. We never know. We only have one supporter, so I don't want to put the pressure on. That's the wrong spell. Thank you. There we go. I try to be on the side, so I'm keeping my advantage of penetration that you can find here. I have plus 12 in pen. So if I'm on the side, so I'm staying on the side. Ouch. I'm going to res him. Even if the boss will die, you know, I still want to let Sir Sit-a-Lot be participating up to the end. There we go. And still, once again, not put the pressure on the healer. Target's too far. Alright, let's go. Let's do that. Maybe I'm just going to take my bow here. That would be maybe smarter. Let's take a screenshot. I don't think we have done a lot of screenshots of Misha because that's the new model. And she's looking awesome. Look at that. Oh. She's looking great, isn't she? Was the mushroom growing on her and everything? Misha tunic. Ooh. Ooh, so good. Oh, that's really nice. Well, I'm going to need on that. There we go. Let's see, everyone has been needing, I hope. I hope I will not be the only one. No, everyone did need. Okay. It's Artok that won. That was so cool. That was really nice. We're doing really great with this group. Of course, we're a little bit high level. That dungeon is aimed for level 4-6 player. I'm level 10, so kinda over leveling. You know, every mobs are green. That's okay, I mean, make the group safer as well. Oops. In here. And this is exactly why I like this game, for this kind of activity. And everyone has the time to rest a little bit. Really good job so far, guys. Let's see how they are going to handle this. Nice. Ooh. So much damage. Oh, my heal are so good. Oh, I know this spell I can really wait and use that one. There we go. Sometimes there's secret stuff, you know? But I don't see any chest. Copper here. Hey, Rudolph Waldchild, thank you so very much for the follow. Welcome on the stream. I hope you're doing good. Thank you very much for your interest and for checking the stream. Feel free to ask any question. Oops. Okay. And hey, Curious! Hi, how are you doing? Curious, you're not in the gate. Well, no, of course you're not in the gate. I'm not in the right. Oh, we're not finding. We're not looking any more than. Yeah, there we go. I'm in the wrong on the wrong character, but you need to be in the Ikigai guild in game at some point. There we go. That was scary. Hey. I don't have yet my... Oh, yes, I have it. Oh, nice. I didn't realize I had my spell. That's going to be very, very useful. Right. Maybe I will do that. This. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so here there is 2 paths possible. So but it's a little bit like you want. So if we continue here, we are not going in the center of the dungeon. I personally do not mind. You guys choose. Oh, nice. A chitin elm. The central room. There's no chest. Okay. There we go. Super careful here. Oops. For once, I feel really useful as a supporter because usually there's always too many supporter. And for now, there's no one, so that's cool. I need to rest. Oh, nasty, nasty Archer. Right. To sit down and gain a little bit of stamina because I cannot heal like that. I can't wait that we have the new dungeon. I'm going to rest. We have 2% that have not chosen their spec yet. Run and Stone. They will be able to choose once they are level 6. So it's going to be exciting. In case you didn't knew, you can assist someone by pressing F. Ooh, this is nasty. Only have one potion. Sting. Oh, come on. Okay, there's 2 3. I just need to be res. Someone can res me, please? Because if they're not resing me, this is going to be a problem. The both tank are dead. Yeah, you have aggro. You have aggro. This is going to be hard. Okay, when you have aggro, you keep getting interrupted, unfortunately. Thanks for trying. Alrighty, we have a bag run. Alright, so everyone is dead. We will have a bag run. Yeah. Alright. BRB while resting. And it is here that I am leaving you. Thank you very much for watching this episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you have any question, do not hesitate to leave them in the comments below. Do not forget as well to check out all of the links that I will provide for you in the information box, and to check us on the live stream on Twitch TV the Friday. It starts at 4 p.m. Central Europe time or at 9 a.m. CDT. I will be very happy to see you live. So you take care of yourself. Thanks for following and being interested by our game. Thank you for your support. See you soon. Bye.